What's up everyone, welcome back to another episode of Reaction Review. Today we have a viewer requested one, so we're going to jump straight into it. This is a rapper from Florida, I think it is. Let me just check real quick. Doesn't actually say, it just says United States, but I think I remember seeing something about Florida. But we're going to have a look at his music and jump straight into it, so here we go. Okay, so today's viewer requested music is by a rapper called Croon of Flight School. Now, still sick. Yeah, we're gonna just play a few of his tracks just out of the laptop and just to get a quick gist of the music, and then I'm just gonna talk a little bit about what I liked, what I didn't like, and here we go. Okay, so the first song I have here is called Melly Bustin', and to be honest, I sifted through loads of tracks on his channel. I think he has a good few going back to about a year. I think this is my favourite one I found on it, so I'm going to play it, I'm going to talk a little bit about it, so here we go. I'm just going to not cut this one, just click straight into it, so hold on.
Niggas nip your hustle, R.I.P. the Nipsey hustle. I don't trust them, why you melly bustin'. These niggas nip your hustle, R.I.P. the Nipsey hustle. I don't trust them, why you melly bustin'. I just wanna live life, these niggas don't live right. They fight the wrong fight, they niggas he loves fight. They taking our black nights, they pushing the fake in the spotlight. They talk chasing and slow fight, like 6ix9ine when this was out there from them baselines. They bout to see eyes, they when they caught. They cut ties, the real niggas already know. Dog, they too wise, you can't supply the street with lies. We close our eyes and let the real nigga vibe like Boosie, Jeezy, and T.I. The riders, you fuck the other side of me to pushing lies. Them niggas gon' capsize, nigga. I've been grinding like you got it.
What do you think of that? Now let me just break down the song a little bit now. How would you describe this? This has a very classic sound to it. Now this is something different for me finding on, well, not finding, he sent it to me obviously, but it's something different that I feel on SoundCloud, because it tends to be, all the rappers on SoundCloud nowadays seem to be very modern, where it's very, I haven't come across anyone like this person here, which has actually proper classic influences. When I say classic, I don't mean like the 70s or whatever, but they have like, you know, when rap just blew up, like obviously NWA and Bone Thugs and Harmony and everyone, during like fucking early to mid 90s to early 2000s, when rap was actually amazing, wasn't it? Come on, let's call it what it was. 90s rap up to 2000s rap was pretty good. Like, it's gone a little bit downhill since then, but you can hear the influences. I mean, the beat choices that he uses on most of his songs, especially his older songs, are really smart. You can't compare them to the likes of like Bone Thugs and Harmony. You can even hear in his flow and his attack and the way he's actually rapping. It sounds classic, like it sounds like something you'd find on the telly, that on like the Gold station from like fucking from the 90s or something, you know. Yeah, it's kind of strange. I haven't come across anything like this on SoundCloud yet, and I was a little bit like, oh, this is juicy and interesting. Yeah, I just have a few notes to kind of to run over. This fella, his choice of beats is really smart. It just reminds me of, I was already said this, but it reminds me of the more classic type of rap songs, where it's not just a stupid like 808 drum going doo doo doo, and then that stupid horn is going wham wham wham. You know what I'm talking about? It's in most of them cheap beats that they buy from I don't know if he made, like, obviously he sampled the beat, but I'm not sure if he sampled it himself or someone produced it for him, but whoever did it did a very good job. I will say some of the recording techniques used to record the voices a little bit off on the tracks, but that doesn't take away from the fella's actual flow, like, and the way he's actually rapping. Like, his ability is pretty good, like, to string words together, I have to say. You know, mad impressed. And I will say as well, it's how to describe it, it's really, when I say smart, he chose the sample smart. Like, they have hooks in them themselves, so you just need to revert back your own sort of lyrical hook around, and then people find it catchy in that sense. Like, the initial start of that song is catchy enough for me to give it a repeat anyways, and then when he actually starts rapping, then you realise, oh, it's actually not just, this isn't the only best part of the song. Whereas, you know, the songs with just the air horns and the 808 drums and all, and the really cheap made beats that most SoundCloud rappers use, there's nothing catchy about them. There's nothing really stands out, you know. So, smart idea. I don't know why more people aren't doing this, but I'm glad this fella is, because the way he is rapping and the kind of voice he has, it suits it perfect. Absolutely perfect. Like, I feel like that song, like Melly Bustin', that honestly, I think that's his best song he has, like sample wise and even lyric wise and stuff. But like, it's mad classic sounding, you know. It has it's classy, you know. It has mad fucking like NWA. That song particularly has NWA vibes off it, or Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's the most two I can really compare it to, just from the samples he's using and stuff. But there's another track called Tugs. What was it? Tugs in the Dark. Tugs Cry. That track has even more vibes of like classic sounding off it, especially like Bone Thugs and Harmony song. Do you ever hear the song Home by Bone Thugs and Harmony, where they sampled the Phil Collins song Home Home Home? That song, I'm not saying obviously it's not a bleeding rip off. I'm saying it's similar in the same vein, as in like when you can match lyrics to music, it is sample. Okay, if you choose a sample and your lyrics and your flow matches the same vibe as the sample you're using, that's not an easy feat to achieve. It's actually quite hard. It's the same thing as I was saying with build in the other review I had, where for someone to build a soundtrack, to hit like visually look at something and go, this is what this sounds like, you know. It's very hard to do, so mad respect. I'm just actually going to play a little bit if the second song that I thought was really kill sounding. It's called In the Dark. That semicolon Tugs Cry semicolon. So we're going to play a bit of it and just give it a listen. Now, does that sound classic or does that sound classic, you know? Come on. Mad vibes off it, like mad like early 90s, 2000 vibes off it. It's crazy. I don't know how he did it, but he's doing it perfect. He should. The only thing I will say about because I've looked through basically all your songs. I've clicked on all of them from the past year. It took me like a while, obviously, but you can hear the progression in quality going up. But I think if you give yourself another year or two, your production values will be so good that no one can actually deny how good you are, you know what I mean? There's only two things I'll say that I can take that like negative things I can say about the track is there's this weird phaser kind of thing he puts on the vocals, which it doesn't really add anything, it just sort of muddies it a little bit. So I'd get rid of that. That's a personal opinion. I'm not into the phaser noise in the vocals. And yeah, just get a better microphone, man. I'm telling you, if you got a better microphone, you'd be flying along. Like, these songs are quality. They're like, the content is high quality, it's just the production's a tiny little bit behind where it needs to be. But even at that, looking at the progression of how much work you put in over the year, by like this time next year, like, you'll be flying along, you know. So I will say keep up exactly what you're doing. Just stay on track and keep practicing, keep doing exactly what you're doing. Like, you don't really need practice on your lyrical ability or your flow or your musical choices. All you need to do is just get a better microphone. That's it, you know, that's all. Yeah, just before I sign off, I will say one more thing about this artist. I have mad respect for it, because I know a lot of rappers actually pay their dues to people who actually paved the way for them themselves. This goes for rock musicians as well, and dance people, everyone. No one really pays their respects or their dues and takes the proper influence from people to build on what they've done before. You know what I mean? Look, you've taken your influences, obviously, and you've built upon them rather than ripped them off completely. And that's not easy to do, like, it's pretty hard to do, so mad respect for that. And I will say as well, he doesn't only have sort of classical sounding tracks, he has some more modern sounding songs which sound really interesting, because he uses the same kind of attack like that rapper from, let's say, NWA would use, and he uses it on a more modern sounding beat. Like, there's a song called Jump Out Forbes List, is it? Let me just see. Yeah, it's called Jump Out Forbes List, and it's more modern sounding, but it's still like, any general fan of rap would like this song. You get what I mean? And it's not easy to achieve. So I'll say mad respect. And I'll say yeah, that's all I kind of have to say. I mean, there's not really too negative to say. It's fair play to you. I'm a fan of what you're doing. I really like it, so props to you. And I feel like all the rappers that see this that are subscribed to me now, go and check them out and leave them a few comments and, you know, share the love and all that stuff, you know. So I'll sign this one off here and say thanks for leaving the comment down there. I'm glad I found this because there's not a lot of this on SoundCloud, and that's definitely going to a playlist. So yeah, thanks, and mad respect to you, and keep doing exactly what you're doing. So I'll see you next time with another review. I have another person to review that left a comment, and yeah, I actually have a few to review, but this one should be coming out pretty soon. I might start dropping these a little bit more frequently, like the reviews especially, because I seem to get a lot of comments asking for them, and I don't want people waiting around weeks for them, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, go check out his stuff. His links will be in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.